Yes. I originally had intended to make a video talking about all of this, but because of what they did, I had to. I needed to say something quickly. So, what you're seeing in the video is legit. Hard to Kill, Impact's opening pay per view for next year, will feature the AEW World Champion and Kenny Omega's teammates from the Bullet Club days, the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, teaming together one more time, probably, or probably for the future if things go a certain way, if I'm thinking it, to take on the Impact World Champion Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns in a six-man tag team match. Oh boy, this is legit. We're really doing this. AEW is now going to give Impact Wrestling a big boost in the arm. Now, let's see if they'll fairly trade this off with some knockout women to come to AEW and give the women in AEW a shot in the arm to help boost its presentation up. Because, my God, that's really needed still. Man. So, during the show of Impact Wrestling, Kenny Omega was throughout the segments met with Carl Anderson, hyping him up for his match with Chris Sabin later in the program, and having some confrontations with Rich Swann and what he was doing. But yeah, Kenny Omega really was trying to get, and Rich Swann was trying to piss Carl Anderson off, saying Kenny's just manipulating you. He's a manipulator and whatnot. Uh, and then Doc Gallows returns after Carl Anderson defeats Sabian after rolling him up, grabbing his tights, and Omega and Don Callis, who were watching, seen celebrate Anderson's win, and were like, and Kenny was like, "You're right, I don't play by the rules. You know what? Watch a master at work, Don." And he leaves, and Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns start beating him down, Anderson down, and Doc Gallows comes out and saves the day. He, and then out of nowhere, when Rich Swann looks like he's getting his side on the upper hand, he gets whacked in the head with a caution sign by Kenny Omega. So yeah, Kenny Omega has made his Impact Wrestling debut, whacking someone over the head. And now, Don Callis, using his powers of authority, decides to announce a six-man tag team match with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers of BC EOG days to take on Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns at Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill, Saturday, January 16th. And oh man, I'm more, like I said, I am more invested with the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega being the club, whatnot, and everything than I was ever with AJ Styles and the Good Brothers, because they were mostly there just to make Roman look strong, which didn't work. I mean, like, it led to some good matches, but like in terms of them being a threat, I never got that. Here, I'm feeling like there's more of a threat. Like they have all the titles. Like if they could add stakes to this, let's add a stake to this. If they could, since this is all champions involved except for the Motor City Machine Guns, they do this. If Team Kenny Omega wins, if the Bullet Club TNA wins, they come in and they take the Impact World Champion and give it to Kenny Omega. If Rich Swann's team win, they get all the gold. Let's add those stakes to it. Come on. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Just do it. Winner take all. Because this is the world champions. Like, they can make this work. They can build this. Build a winner take all match. Six-man tag team wrestling match. The tag teams and the world titles all up for grabs. Oh man, that's gonna be interesting if they do that. But I don't know if they're gonna do that. They would have, and plus you would have to have Tony Khan show up and do some agreements about this. And if Rich Swann wins, he gets to show up also on AEW programming. And like, add some like a realistic vibe to it. Like, okay, we can't really just do a cross promotion match with our title on the line. And like, but like, it will add to more of the crossover element to this. Oh god, I am hyped for this match. Like, royally freaking hyped. And I've been saying on Twitter since I saw this, I was thinking, like, when I heard this, I was thinking to myself, what if what if Bullet Club is coming back? Like they're going to go for a global expansion because everyone's now saying that New Japan's probably getting involved with this soon because of the whole mysterious attacker on John Moxley. On Moxley. Meaning, what I mean by that is that, well, John Moxley was attacked before Winter's Comings in the contract signing, and he was taken out. No one knows who it is. Kenta has a briefcase that guarantees him to challenge the U.S. champion, who is John Moxley. John Moxley has been said he's not going to be. It's been said by Tony Khan that he will not be wrestling at New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom event, so he has to drop the title. And they have a U.S. branch. One could take that maybe this will lead to New Japan crossing over Kenta with Moxley, and Kenny Omega can take that like, hey, Kenta, oh man, I hear you're doing so well. Hey, do you have Jay Whitehall's number? I'd like to ask a favor. Like, imagine if Kenny does that. If he decides to get Kenta, tell him, can you make a call? This could honestly lead to Bullet Club, leading to more yet another generational expansion group, and having a war with Impact Wrestling, with New Japan Pro Wrestling, with AEW and all that. Imagine if they did that. Like, that would honestly be an interesting route they could take this with. And yeah, like that's just conjecture on that front, but like yeah, this will be the this will be an interesting route if they go that, but I am honestly going to enjoy this alliance between Impact and AEW. And I'm looking forward to all the interesting stories they can tell with this because now it's no longer the crossover winter event of the summer. It's now going to be the crossover event for 2021. Uh, man, I am excited for this. But we'll have to see where this goes. I'm honestly contemplating, should I really go and watch this pay-per-view? Like, should I watch it just for the one match? Like, I never did that with the other promotions. Like, they had a stacked card and I followed them. But I haven't watched Impact Wrestling in years until this promotion alliance started happening. Well, actually, it was Tessa Blanchard that started getting me back interested. Then I was like, oh god, Tessa Blanchard just shot herself in the foot. And now we're back to this. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna find a way to watch this. I don't know if I should get the full pay per view and risk not what and like plus the crowdless shows are really after being so used to the artificial crowd of WWE and the somewhat 10% crowd of AEW as a way to balance things out. But now Impact they have to at least bring a small group of people in. I know this is probably a dumb idea, and I agree that would be a dumb idea, but I'm pretty sure they'll be tempted by it because this is Bullet Club, guys. This is Generation 3 Bullet Club getting back together with Generation 2. So I'm curious to see where they take this, honestly. We'll see where this goes. We'll see how this goes out. I hope that it leads to some great storytelling and great angles to go with. I'm hoping we get some classic material that we can say, this is what we wanted in wrestling after so many years. Man, I am ecstatic. I'm I'm getting hyped just thinking about the ideas and oh man, the routes they could go. Uh, yeah, the routes they can go. Like I'm on Twitter right now, and I have been talking about this with people, uh, about this idea, as some are liking it, some are worried it's going to go NWO overblown if they do the whole thing. Some are saying, yeah, it probably is Kenta, the guy who attacked Moxley, which would make a ton of sense and cross over New Japan with them. But I need to get this show on the road, man. Oh man, I have to talk about New Japan, about AEW's upcoming Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela event, because that's part of the storyline, in my opinion. Because Kenny is the main character, and this is more like, oh, I'm gonna do this stuff in Japan, in AEW. Let's see the chaos me and Don Callis unfold there, and let's see if any Impact wrestlers show up on their doorstep, because that would make sense. He, like, him being out on the bus and being an egotistical asshole, that was one thing. But he stepped foot in their world, smashed their world champion over the head. I'm pretty sure Impact wrestlers are going to like, we're not going to stand for this. And Rich Swann's going to probably lead the charge and try to beat down Kenny Omega. So we'll see where that goes. And Tony Khan's going to be stressed out like, ugh. Because he did do another ad showcasing his massive power play and his egotistical prowess of, I have more money than you guys. So we'll have to see where that goes, if it leads to Tony Khan smacking Don Callis in the face, which would be kind of funny. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. I'm looking forward to AEW on Wednesday. I cannot wait to talk about their match with Kenny Omega and Joey Janelle and their no DQ hardcore match. This was Neo Reality, the WrestleVerse. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other channels in the names below. Oh, I'll see y'all next time. Take care. And, oh man, this is going to be exciting.